What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mecca back here with another video, another reaction, you feel me? And today I'm gonna be reacting to SpongeBob Conspiracy Theory number 2, the television theory. Now, Alex Bell was low-key spitting with the first one, the Squilliam theory. So yeah, I definitely do want to react to this one because I think he gonna be spitting again. This one's even longer than one before. It's actually 18 minutes, so I'm not gonna ramble on for too long. I don't want this video to get too long. Before I get into the video though, make sure you like and subscribe and comment what you want me to react to next. And yeah, I'm gonna head into the video.
The show SpongeBob SquarePants is not what you think it is. There is a secret group of puppet masters who are always watching the citizens of Bikini Bottom and pulling the strings. Hidden within Bikini Bottom are spies that keep an eye on the characters and make sure everything goes to plan. This is a conspiracy that will fundamentally change the way you look at the show SpongeBob SquarePants.
I got chills
and I
the way he's
believe
speaking
it's
about
all
this.
actually intended by the creators, and I'm gonna prove it. This is the television theory.
Dang, this is a lot more deeper than the Squilliam theory.
You guys had a great reaction to my Squilliam Fancyson theory, and I had a lot of fun making it.
Squilliam, you lying, deceiving bastard! I didn't even realize that!
Trust me when I say that what
You
I
look like that
discovered
4
this
seconds
time
nigga
is
on
much,
TikTok.
Much bigger.
4
To
fucking
start
seconds.
this theory, we have to go back to the
4
very
fucking
beginning of the
seconds.
very first episode
If y'all
of
know, y'all
SpongeBob
know.
SquarePants.
It took you 4 fucking seconds.
So fascinating, so wonderful. Here we see Bikini Bottom, teeming with life, home of one of my favorite creatures, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Who the nigga
Yes,
narrating?
of course he lives in a pineapple, you silly.
So let me ask you a question. Who's speaking in this clip?
Facts.
Well,
Who the fuck is this
obviously that's
nigga?
just the narrator. We hear his voice many times throughout the show.
Goo Lagoon, a stinky
Lagoon.
mud puddle for you and me. The Krusty Krab.
Ah,
Through these
the
doors
Krusty
pass
Krab.
all the many kinds of undersea life. Puff's boating school,
Puff's
where
Boating
diligent
Squad.
students learn the rules of the road.
But who exactly is the narrator?
Yeah, who the fuck
Well,
is this nigga?
He's just the narrator, right? We're not supposed to think about who he is or why we're hearing him. Lots of shows have narrator framing devices we're not supposed to think about.
Caillou was amazed that Mommy had made a rainbow, just like in the picture.
But there's something different about this narrator. He sounds a lot like he's narrating a nature documentary.
The ocean. From above, a simple blanket of water. But below, a complex world full of color.
Let me
light,
stop.
and wonder.
Stop. This nigga just sound
the
boring.
sea.
I love
So fascinating.
nature documentaries.
So wonderful. Here we see Bikini Bottom, teeming with life.
What if I told you that he's not just some random disembodied voice? He's an actual character in this universe.
Here we are again
Ooh.
at the Bikini Bottom boating school. Today is once again the day of SpongeBob's
Oh,
boating
so he
school
think like he
exam.
just be like,
But more
it's like a
importantly,
nigga swimming
this is the
and he
last
just
test
recording
for
that
the
bit
year.
like a nature
And if
documentary.
SpongeBob does not pass this one, it means another whole year of boating school.
Oh,
SpongeBob literally crashes into the fourth wall, and we actually get to
I've
see the
never seen
narrator
this.
and the camera he's been filming with. The show SpongeBob SquarePants is not just a cartoon.
Is that
Everything we
actually,
see
like,
is a part
actually
of a nature
happened?
documentary
I've never seen
television
that.
show being filmed by scuba divers. And if you're still not convinced, I searched really hard and found an old SpongeBob DVD bonus feature that basically confirms everything.
Since before time even existed, land-loving scientists have tried to learn the secrets of intelligence. Their studies led them to the sea, where the citizens of one
I've
undersea
never
colony
seen
demonstrated
this.
a genius so
Alex Bell be in
enormous,
his
the
bag
scientists felt compelled to record
with
their
these
actions
theories.
for
I've
use
never
in
seen
teaching
this.
mankind how to live better. The name of this miraculous place? Bikini Bottom. Poring over the mass of brainy masterminds.
There's actually a
scattered
theory that I
above this
heard that
strange
like this
land,
is
the
actually like the
scientists
spot
chose
of like a
6 Bikini
nuclear
Bottom residents at random
like
to
plant,
study.
or
As
like
the
they was
scientists
dumping like
marveled at the
nuclear
immense
waste type
knowledge
shit
and superior
around that
intellect
area. That's
of
why
these
all them
6
niggas like be
creatures.
acting like that. They don't act like normal
They rolled
fish
their
or normal sea
cameras
animals.
and took notes. And now, finally, we can learn all of the things that these smarty pantsuses have to teach us.
Damn.
Life lessons from Bikini Bottom.
Shit, I guess that's
I
the
don't
end
know
of the
how it
video.
can get
He
any
just
more
proved
clear
it.
than that. Now, if you rewatch the show with this new information in mind, some things start to take on a whole new meaning. Throughout the series, there's this weird, unexplained running gag of a
Facts.
human
That
hand
one-ass
interfering
hand.
with the characters. It's even in the beginning of every episode in the intro for the show.
And then we
Maybe the
talking about some-
filmmakers are doing a bit more than just studying these characters. The hand seems to mostly interfere just to maintain the health and safety of the characters, like treating SpongeBob for the suds.
Well, Mr. Squarepants, it seems you have the suds. Are
This
you
nigga
ready
was
for
sick
your
as hell.
treatment? Oh, Hans!
I remember this. I remember this.
It makes sense that the filmmakers wouldn't want to risk the safety of their main character. After all, there's no show without SpongeBob, but that's not the only reason why they interfere. Season 3, Episode 16, I Had an Accident, is infamous for having one of the most absurd, confusing endings in the entire show. It ends with a real
Oh,
gorilla
yes.
suddenly coming out of a Patrick costume
I don't
and
know why
attacking
this
the
used to low-key
characters.
scare me.
Then as soon as SpongeBob begins to
This is
question the
funny.
logic of the scene,
Why was I
this
scared?
happens.
What's a gorilla doing underwater in the first place?
Well, it's funny you should. I mean, see, George, they're onto us!
Let's get out of here.
So he probably think that's what the scuba diving niggas.
SpongeBob is a weird show, but this has always stuck out as being just a little too
Yeah,
weird.
'cause
But
that's
knowing
only
what we
happened,
know
like, one
now, I
time.
think I can explain what's going on here. This
I personally
isn't a
don't
real
remember something
gorilla.
like this happening.
Every other land animal we've
Again
seen
after that.
underwater wears a helmet and is drawn in a cartoony style. The gorilla is shown in a live-action style, and the only time we ever see live-action characters is when they're human. So I believe both the gorilla
Hasselhoff.
and the horse he rides away on are humans wearing costumes. The
Mm-hmm.
filmmakers set this whole thing up just to make the episode more entertaining. It's starting to seem like this isn't strictly a nature documentary anymore. It's more of a reality TV show made for entertainment. Who knows what other absurd elements of the show are actually put there by the filmmakers to make the show more entertaining.
And it would make
profitable.
sense for that episode
Although,
because
based on the
SpongeBob
people's
was not
reaction,
doing
it doesn't
anything.
always seem to
He
pay
stayed
off. But how far will the filmmakers go
indoors.
to make the show more profitable?
Indoors.
Saturday morning in Bikini Bottom. SpongeBob is watching his favorite Saturday morning show, The Adventures of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, enjoying a bowl of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy bland cereal,
Ew.
and wearing the official Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy Blackfish
That is
bike.
disgusting.
If we think of this as a television show, this sounds an awful lot like a product placement. I mean, listen to how the narrator specifically says the full names of the products.
The Adventures of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy bland cereal, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy Blackfish biters.
Why don't you let me fix you some of this new Mococo drink? All natural cocoa beans from the upper slopes of Mountain Nicaragua, no artificial sweeteners.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Maybe the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy TV show is actually from the surface world. They are human after all. It makes sense that
But
the
they're actual
filmmakers
characters
choose to
in, like,
highlight
the
these
show, though.
popular superhero characters. The more they show, the more they're gonna sell Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy merchandise. Hang on a second, why are Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy the same size as all the fish in Bikini Bottom, even though humans are always shown as massive compared to fish?
Oh.
Whatever. I'll come back to that one later.
Yeah,
the show
like,
doesn't
yeah,
even just
that's
hide
what I was
product
about to say that,
placements.
like, they
In the
literally,
episode
like-
Model Sponge, they literally trick SpongeBob into making a commercial for a human product.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. Director.
Very well. Loose the pants! Pants! Where's my star?
What's happening? What's happening?
In this scene, you'll be cleaning bathroom fixtures.
Okay. So where's my cleaning
Where that
utensil?
nigga talking? This soon you be cleaning bathroom fixtures.
Oh no, your bathroom is a disaster. Get it cleaned up fast with the new sponge. Household chores are a snap with new sponge. It cleans sinks. Just look at that shine.
This is just like in real life how SpongeBob is such a popular character that he's used to sell tons and tons of products. So far I've shown you that the show SpongeBob SquarePants is actually a documentary television show, but the creators continually
He hasn't
interfere
actually
to push their own
explained,
agendas and
Mermaid
make more
Man and
money.
Barnacle
But that
Boy.
brings us to an important question. Do the characters know they're in a television show?
No.
Let's go back to that clip where SpongeBob hits the cameraman.
It means another whole year of boarding school!
Wow.
Never seen that.
Oh, nothing, SpongeBob. You just struck another pedestrian.
Mrs. Puff calls him a pedestrian, which sounds more like she
That's a
thinks
whole
he's
ass
just some
nigga.
random Bikini Bottom citizen. The different types of marine life in SpongeBob are so diverse and weird looking that it's not too hard to believe that the characters just think these filmmakers are another weird type of fish. And back to the gorilla episode, the gorilla and the horse immediately get nervous and run away when SpongeBob questions what's going on.
Well, it's funny you should. I mean, see, George, they're onto us!
Let's get out of
Yeah,
here.
this actually
Almost
never
like the
made
creators
sense.
don't want the characters to be
Because
aware
that
their
only
lives are
happened
being
like one
interfered with.
time.
Now, there isn't a ton of footage of the characters interacting with the filmmakers, but I dug really deep and found the smoking gun that answers all of our questions. This is an old commercial from 2004 made to promote the SpongeBob movie.
SpongeBob, what kind of jellyfish is that?
It's not a jellyfish, Patrick.
This nigga was in
It's
his
a
bag.
spaceship.
All the way from 2000.
Hey guys, it's Carlos from the
A
Czar. I
commercial?
was wondering if you could answer a few questions.
Questions? Run for your lives!
No, Pat, don't you see? It wants to learn about our world, and it's chosen us.
What? Yay! We've been chosen.
A submarine comes down to SpongeBob and Patrick to ask questions to promote the new movie. SpongeBob and Patrick are clearly confused by this and think the submarine is some kind of alien. They also have no idea that they're the stars of a movie.
Well, thanks guys. We'll see you in the movie.
Bye!
Movie? What's that?
I know.
So I
These
think it's
niggas are
pretty
so
clear at this
stupid.
point that the characters are unaware their lives are being filmed and interfered with. But there are some characters that have to have some level of awareness. For example, the Dr. Fish that told the human hand to treat SpongeBob, and the Director Fish that directed the commercial for the human world. What makes these characters so special? First off, the Director Fish isn't actually from Bikini Bottom. Before he directed this commercial, we saw him as a citizen of New Kelp City in the episode Whatever Happened to SpongeBob. Out of all the characters they could have used, they specifically chose a character from out of town. Almost like the filmmakers didn't want to use anyone in Bikini Bottom so they wouldn't risk everyone finding out about the television show. Then there's the Dr. Fish. We don't know where he originally came from, but he's an extremely suspicious character. Usually he's purple, but sometimes he's orange, sometimes he's purple with orange hands,
Oh, what?
sometimes he's a pirate, and he bears a striking resemblance to Dr. Manowar from the Jellyfish Convention.
And now it only hurts when you touch it.
You don't know who the fuck this nigga
Why
is.
does he have so many different disguises and identities? What is he hiding? I believe hidden throughout
Maybe
Bikini
that's
Bottom
like
are
his
spies like
brothers or
this
cousins.
who are aware they're in a television show and keep tabs on the main
You
characters
sucking
and
on
make
that
sure
burger.
everything goes to plan. There's so many suspicious characters in Bikini Bottom that it could literally be anyone. The mailman, the hot dog vendor, Old Man Jenkins, it could literally be
Old Man Jenkins?
anyone. But what if I told you that the biggest spy of all isn't some random side character? It's one of the main characters of the show.
Plankton.
Someone who's been there from the very beginning. Someone who's not even from Bikini Bottom. Someone who's not even from the ocean. That's right.
Sandy?
Sandy Cheeks. Sandy Cheeks is the thrill-seeking scientific squirrel from Texas who lives underwater in her tree dome. But why did she come to Bikini Bottom? In the episode Chimps Ahoy, we find out she was hired by a group of chimpanzees to come underwater and create inventions. But why does she need to be underwater to make inventions? She could have just as easily have made any of her inventions on land. It must be extremely expensive to maintain a giant dome of air underwater. There is no way the only reason she's here is to make random inventions. I think this whole episode is an elaborate ruse to throw off the other characters from the real reason Sandy is in Bikini Bottom. To spy on the main characters and make sure the show stays on track. Many of the times the characters are in danger, Sandy conveniently steps in to save the day, and many of the wacky, entertaining episode plots are driven by an invention Sandy creates. Everything she does is a calculated move to carry out the hidden agenda of the filmmakers. Her entire friendship with SpongeBob and the other characters is built on a lie. But you're probably saying, Sandy is a sweet, friendly squirrel.
fact, it doesn't
There's
look
no
like she
way
would have
she's
those
behind
intentions.
this." You're not convinced yet? That's okay. Because what I'm about to show you
The hibernation
is so
episode?
mind-blowing, so insanely revealing, that it's actually the whole reason I decided to make this video. Get ready for the big one. Season 10, Episode 10, Feral Friends, is the episode that unlocks this entire mystery. During a birthday party, a green moon suddenly appears and turns everyone except Sandy into less evolved, real-life versions of themselves. Sandy is completely caught off guard by this and decides to call someone for help. And take a guess.
I've never
who
actually
she
seen this
calls.
episode. Oh shit.
Hello, French narrator
This
speaking.
supposed to be one of the newer episodes.
Ah, Sandy Cheeks. How is it hanging?
Oh, it's not hanging too good, Frenchie. You see, there's this...
Don't say another word. I have been monitoring the behavior of the green moon all day.
Huh, yeah, I guess that's a pretty interesting clip, yeah. Holy shit! Sandy literally calls the narrator to let him know what's going on and asks for instructions on what to do next. She has been working with him the entire fucking time. He even has a picture of her on his desk. This is where I originally planned on ending the video, but there was
Sandy is
still
federal.
one small issue
That's
with
crazy.
the television theory. Just one nagging plot hole that contradicts
Sandy
everything.
Federal.
If this is all a television show filmed by scuba divers, then how are we seeing inside the buildings? It's not like any of the humans filming the show could fit inside them. It's the one annoying thing that keeps this theory from being complete. I mean, the most logical explanation is that they have hidden cameras inside of everyone's homes, but we never really see anything like that. Holy shit. Season 6, Episode 24, Truth or Square. The Spongebob 10th Anniversary Special where they reveal lots of stuff about the characters. But the most damning piece of evidence comes from when the characters get lost in the Krusty Krab vents and end up in a room full of monitors showing live footage of all of their homes.
Oh! My house is on TV!
All of our houses are on TV.
Gary, the
I don't remember
snail,
this
you get down
episode.
from that bed this instant.
Hey, there's
Although it's
my
been a minute
house.
since I've actually watched SpongeBob. For real.
Look, it's Sandy!
There are
And who
cameras
is the character
everywhere.
responsible for all of these hidden cameras?
Narrator.
Mr. Krabs, why do you have cameras watching us?
Oh, well, I just want to make sure you all floss after every meal.
Thank you, Mr. Krabs. Dental hygiene is
Mr.
very,
Krabs
very
is
important.
informative. Well, an
Dental
informant.
hygiene? Eugene, you lying bastard. Of course he would sell out his friends for a quick buck. And if there's any part of you that thinks
He's
there's
an
some
informant?
chance Mr. Krabs has all these hidden cameras for some
Mr.
other
Krabs
reason,
is
then
federal?
take a look at what happens next.
Hey, who are those guys?
I think it's us, Patrick. But who are they?
Alright, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. A cameraman and a boom operator have been following around the characters this entire time. And just like the gorilla, as soon as they get seen, they make a run for it. The case is closed.
Your facts.
The television
it.
theory is something the show has consistently alluded to from the very first episode to the newest episodes. Maybe one day the show will actually directly address it and our characters
This show
will
is never
discover the real
ending.
truth about their world. But regardless,
They is gonna
that's
milk
my
the
theory.
shit out
I
of
hope you
this.
guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more. See you next time. Hey, whoa, hang on a second. You thought I forgot about the Mermaid Man
Yeah,
and
I was about to
Barnacle
say, you
Boy
never
thing,
talked about them
didn't ya?
niggas.
Alright, here's a quick bonus theory. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy were two superheroes that fought crime underwater and protected the sea from evil. Whether or not they actually did this or was all staged for television isn't clear, but they both spent their lives underwater until they became old and retired. But after spending so much time under the sea, they no longer fit in with human society. Plus, Mermaid Man is clearly dealing with some form of dementia and PTSD from fighting evil.
But you can't retire. There's evil afoot.
What? What
So, they decided to live the rest of their lives in Bikini Bottom, and in order to fit in better with their fellow sea creatures, they made the permanent decision to shrink themselves using Mermaid Man's shrinking belt. The case is closed. Again.
Hey, that's low-key a reach. That's low-key. I don't know. That's low-key a reach. But shout out to Alex Bell with this goddamn theory. Like, this is probably like the way he broke this down and all the evidence. This is probably like actually like true. Like, if you were to actually talk to the creators, they'd be like, "Oh yeah," type shit. Like, yeah, that was the whole thing. Mr. Krabs is an informant. Sandy Cheeks is an informant. It's a whole show, which is something I would never even think. But like, now that he broke it down, it's like, hold up, like it was in front of our face the whole time. We just never thought about it. Let me know what you thought about the video in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment what you want me to react to next. And I'll see y'all the next one. Alright, peace.